Okay, so, Josh, you want to bring something? Come on up. Please welcome Josh. And who will be next? Karen, are you ready after? Who would stand by after Josh? Okay.
Okay, I'll...
And then Larry after that?
About like that.
You like it like that?
I like it like that.
Maybe I'll leave you up here. You can do this.
Alrighty. Well, let's see. Stephen assured me that it was okay to do other people's stuff. So, I'll do some other people's stuff. Thought about love. So many people write about love. Ah, yes, love. So, we'll start off with A.E. Hausman. Oh, when I was in love with you, then I was clean and brave. And miles about the wonder grew, how well did I behave? But now the fancy passes and nothing shall remain, and miles about they'll say that I am quite myself again. And then our friend Bill writes, let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when it alterations finds, nor bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is of a fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is that star to every wandering bark whose worth's unknown, although his height be taken. Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out, even to the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon me proved, then I never writ, no man ever loved. Let's see, what do we do here? You want something silly or you want something serious? Oh, let's do something serious here. Something about love. Oh, yeah, one of my favorites. Final exam. Final exam. For this, I need glasses. I can memorize other people's poems. I can't memorize mine to save my patootie. And hit the microphone. Final exam. We have taken the last 1,000,000 years and compressed them down into this little movie. Running time, 1 minute, 26 seconds. Let's take a look. There, that didn't take too long. Leaves one a little dizzy, eh? Now, did you see yourself? I thought not. Your country? Not even a fleeting glimpse. How about your religion, your job, your politics? That wonderful drive in the mountains that reconciled the two of you to the bone before the next stumble. Yes, that does stand out. Do you remember your next breath? The first moment of every awakening? The moment between moments? I'm afraid you'll have to go back and take the course over. Take better notes this time. It helps. See you at the next final exam. And I'll do a fun one here. This was one of my personal favorites. I am on a group called, it's a fun group to look up. Look up writemorepoems.org. Just type in Write More Poems on Google, and there's a group with people writing more poems. Many of mine, some of mine. Pablo Neruda, everybody knows Pablo Neruda, the great Chilean poet, you know, fabulous guy, beautiful, magical realism, wonderful poet. They exhumed his body a few years back because they thought he had been poisoned. So they dug his bones up to do medical tests on him, and somebody wrote on there, let's write poems about exhuming Pablo Neruda's bones, and they wrote these deep, reverent, really heartfelt, beautiful poems to Pablo Neruda. And I wrote one called I Dig Neruda's Bones. I fear that my poems will always be cruder than that dead famous poet named Pablo Neruda. His verses were plentiful and surrealistic, and his imagery haunting and somnambulistic. An ambassador once to the United Nations, he must surely have sampled 100 libations, and eaten of figs, and sang with the moon, and danced with the ladies from midnight to noon. Well, the poet is dead now, and not soon forgotten, and his poetry lives, though his body is rotten. and the earth drinks the soul of that Chilean Buddha, that dead famous poet named Pablo Neruda. Yeah, I'll turn this over to Karen now. I have a few more in case there's some dead air. Karen? It's you. Oh, no. Oh, am I announcing? Ladies and oh, I get another one? Little do you know, I brought 20 today. Let's see what else we have. Do something a bit more serious. That's too serious. Oh yeah, when I wish upon a star, it doesn't get me very far. Instead of feeding sand to fishes, perhaps I'll wish for different wishes. Instead of warmth, respect, and love, I'll make a wish for push and shove. I'll wish for cruelty and warfare instead of dreamy hippie starfare. Ask that star for idiot drivers, for tailgaters and soulless strivers, for movies fraught with huge explosions, for dying frogs and soil erosions, for inequality and greed, and piss on all of those in need. Then I'll get my wishes granted. Instead of all that love I've ranted, I'll drown my angels at the bar and wish upon that goddamn star. Now I'll hand it over to our dear friend Karen.